Hello, welcome back. This is episode number 33 of Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classics / Non-Classics, where I review stuff from Marvel and DC. In this episode, I'm viewing Spider-Man Flying Blind, where the story is written by Lenz and Mark Waid. And of course, about the Rainbow since the artwork, most of it anyways. It has issues Amazing Spider-Man 674, 677, and Daredevil Volume 3, number 8. Now, the first couple parts, which deals with the Vulture, that's simply what goes on here. The first two parts in this thing deals with the aftermath of Spider Island. Go away. Thank you. Yeah, I had something come on my computer. Yep. Yeah. It's just a two-part story dealing with Return of the Vulture. And of course, people blame Spidey for everything because he gets Chief Precinct gets very mad at him basically for doing all this. And agreed, Carly meets up with Peter at the Coffee Bean, and they form a truce. They work with each other. Yeah. And, the Vulture makes a return, but he's not in his suit that he always wears. Yeah, apparently he's training a gang of Vulture people. Yeah. And they all look exactly like same hairstyle, same look, everything. Yep. And, of course, Chief Precinct basically very biased against Spider-Man, so he kicks Carly Cooper off the case. So Carly works with Spidey. Yep. And then in the end of the story, Spider-Man agrees to work. Yes. Yeah, just working with that vigilante. Hello, the vigilante saved New York City from a bunch of spiders. He says, we didn't work, and Carly says, we didn't work the case. We solved it in our spare time. If you're happy with the results, and he's like, I'm keeping my eye on you, Cooper. When you show up, I will be there. I'll bust you for good. I really wish they get rid of this Chief Precinct guy. He's so freaking biased. I don't like him very much. Yeah, that's the only minor downturn for the story is that one character, because I don't like him very much. Now, 676 is a really, really good story. It's a 666-centric story. It's the first time 666 have shown up since issue 660. Basically, it's been 16 straight issues since their last appearance. Yep. Where in this story, they're simply just gathering a weapon from the intelligence, and of course, Winter Guard shows up, and they die. Yeah. And then Sinister expects the intelligence. First time two supervillain groups. One is like a think tank. The other is an actual group of criminals. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and pretty much most of them apparently die except for MODOK himself. Yeah. He's ought to get away. And of course they blow up the facility. The intelligence are never seen again until the pages of Deadpool. Yeah. It's a good story. Interesting, yes. Interesting to have a central story without Spider-Man. First and only time in Spider-Man history where you have an issue where you'll have Peter Parker or Spider-Man show up anywhere in the issue except for the cover. The next thing is a two-parter between Daredevil and Spider-Man called, I think it's called Death and... it's just basically the thing with Spidey just broke up with Carly, so we'll try to get back with Black Cat. He's trying to mend him with. And of course the artist who follows Daredevil around, follows him to this book. The artwork I don't have much of a problem with. It just basically, of course, they have to show up more Black Cat's back. Yeah, of course she gets arrested for crime she didn't commit. So, then Spidey works with Daredevil. Yeah, this is a very interesting team-up story. I do like that. This is the first time ever that Daredevil, since the series returned, at this time, they actually had a crossover. And he teams up with Spidey. He does it twice. He also did it with the Mega Drive as well. Yeah. Here's the interesting about this Daredevil run. Despite the fact the first and second volumes had Kingpin showing up, Kingpin does not show up any time at all in this except for a photograph, but that's his only appearance in the volume. Yeah, and then this issue, they sort of, in a way, Daredevil starts a relationship with Black Cat. This doesn't last very long. No, it doesn't. Yeah, and this is funny. Yeah, these criminals who sold this device, they're surprised he Daredevil. Because relax, what can he do? He can't hit, we can't see. He's like smiling and bam, he just beats all the bad guys up. Yeah, and after she clears her name, they make out. They defeat one other bad guy. Of course, Spidey's not very happy with this. And then they go back to, I think it's Matt's office, or I think it's his apartment, and they have sex. And the thing ends on a cliffhanger, which I don't like very much, saying that Matt Murdock's father is gone. So, basically, this is a pretty good story. The only downer, there's like one character I like in the Chief Precinct, but otherwise, though, 5 out of 5 story. It's a really good, in a way, sort of aftermath follow-up, in a way, some of these stories to Spider Island. But would I recommend it? Oh, yes, I would. So, like I said, 5 out of 5. Alright. That's it for that video. Oh, what's this? Let's have a good time. So it looks like we got ourselves a double shot because we got time because we're already 6 minutes in the episode. So I'm going to do this one briefly. This is also very short too. Spider-Man Trouble on the Horizon, which is written by Dan Slott and Chris Yost. And the issues are 678, 681, and 678.1. Yeah. The first story, which is called Terrible Tuesday. Yeah, this was called Terrible Tuesday. Is a 2-part story of Spidey trying to prevent a bad alternate future where New York is destroyed, and he's solving various crimes. Of course, this is also a very strange picture of Matt and Webb show up with our gear. Yeah, because her daughter's sick. That's the reason why. Yeah, he just saves various people, and yeah, and yeah, he does eventually save New York from its eventual doom. Of course, he fights Flag Smasher, breaks off his arm. He goes to jail, needs to defuse a bomb, and then this is something I did not expect from Silver Sable. She makes out with Spider-Man. Yep, she makes out with him. Yep. Yeah, she tries to tell him exactly what's happened. It doesn't help. Oh, that's the only time she actually makes out with him. Yep. And that's it for that story. Nothing really much happens to this story. It's an interesting side story. Yeah. 679.1. This is a very, very interesting story. Yeah, it's revealed that the person who's in Lab 6 is really Michael Morbius. Despite that we kind of knew it, but by story-wise, no one knew that it really was Michael Morbius. Spider-Man's mad the fact he figures out that it's really Morbius. He beats the crap out of him. He tells him to stop, and then, Max tells him to stop, he agrees to stop, and he does continue to work. And of course, the thing ends setting up a storyline just after the follow-up story to this one, which is Ends the Earth, deals with Return of the Lizard. Then they have a brief 2-part prelude, with Statistics does show up in the story, and John Jameson's in trouble, and they go to outer space. Yeah. Yeah. Unexpected double shot, ladies and gentlemen. Unexpected because I got plenty of time because I didn't talk very much about Flying Blind. So I figured out why not. Yeah. This kind of does have the events of the follow-up story arc. Yes, it does. Yeah. This Spider-Man does not fight the Sinister Six in the story, but it does set it up. Yes, it does. Everyone's alive, yippee, and bam, the thing ends with basic Sinister Six behind it all. Of course, there's a variant of basic, you just lost Jack, but basically just sort of Venom possessing Mary Jane. This never happens at all. Just a variant cover. All in all, this is a pretty good side story. Yes. What's Chris Yost write? Chris Yost just writes the prelude thing to overall, this is a 4 out of 5 story. The only thing I think is probably the weakest thing is probably the Terrible Tuesday because it's just a side story. I mean, yes, a lot of stuff that's happened in this book, but that's pretty much it. Alright? Now, Stay tuned for my next video, which is going to be kind of another big video, okay? Well, big story anyways, okay? Bye.